myself. The theme was near and dear to my heart. Unfortunately, I'm moving in with my husband here one of these days because I don't want to live with my son anymore. So I would like to have a garden also. My garden is going to have to probably stay here at Toastmasters because he's keeping my daughter's horse and she eats everything. So that's the end of the garden. How effective was the presenter's introduction in helping the audience understand the purpose of the successful club series and the presentation itself? What I liked is that Grace asked questions, lots of questions, not just at the beginning, but throughout her entire presentation. And with that, she got the audience involved. Not only that, but she provided a very attractive visual right at the beginning. And I thought that really was good for bringing people into the whole presentation and to the speech. I enjoyed that part of it greatly. Was the presenter adequately prepared? How heavily did the presenter rely on notes and the outline itself? Well, did you even have notes? Mm-hmm. Okay, that pretty much answers the question. Because what was really nice is how frequently she moved away from the podium, because she obviously wasn't relying on what she was reading at the podium. How many presenters in meetings that you've been at sit there and basically read what they've written? It's difficult and it's not even fun. But she didn't do that. She moved away from the podium, so that was really good. And then how did the presenter use vocal variety to enhance this outline presentation? To some extent. This is not Grace's strength. But there were a couple of times when you actually raised your voice when you asked a question. I caught a couple times, yes. So I consider that I went, oh boy. That was pretty much at the beginning though, and by the end of that, that was just too much exertion. Okay, what other techniques did the presenter use to personalize and augment the presentation? She asked for substantial audience participation. I think most people in here actually provided some participation in the discussion. I thought that was really good. I didn't see anybody falling asleep or their eyes drifting or anything like that. I saw the eyes on you. And I thought that was really good. So that's how I know that it was effective, because people were paying attention. And that's difficult for a long talk. Okay, did the presenter display the visuals smoothly and at the appropriate time? How could the presenter improve? Yes, she did. She provided them at the very beginning. They were already placed up on the board. So it was really very easy for us to see the visuals, and she didn't have to move them around because they were already in place. And then the basket of fruit at the end, that was fun. That was really fun. Okay, how could she improve it? Well, we could all maybe get offered a piece of fruit on the way out. That's about it. What aspects of the presentation style did you find unique? Why? I liked the movement away from the podium. I thought that was really neat. Too many people, such as me right now, just sit here and hang on the podium. And I like it that you carried the gardening analogy all the way through the presentation. You didn't smother us with apples and oranges and peaches, but you brought it in often enough that we knew that you were still staying true to the theme that you had set, which was nice. What could the presenter have done differently to make the presentation more effective? And I just said, as should not be a surprise, more vocal variety. And maybe a story or two, a few more stories. They're always nice. And these, I want to tell you, these are difficult presentations that Grace is working on, because some of the material that we're given, that we're required to work from, is extremely dry. And when I was doing this, I had to do one on effective evaluations, and the material was so bad. I rewrote it completely, and that's where my famous Carl's Jr. double cheeseburger speech came from. How do you do an evaluation? You look at a cheeseburger, you know, but I don't want to go through that. I just want to say that I had to do that because the material that we were working from was just so bad. And Grace, I think, took what's pretty dry material and made it interesting. Did you find the material dry when you looked at it?
Absolutely.
Yes, dry and boring too, and that's nothing to present to a club. What did you like best about the presentation? I loved it that she had a survey, and that maybe we can take some of this and use it to improve the club. I liked the visuals, I liked the garden analogy, and at the very end, she explained her strategy behind the speech. Have you ever heard anyone do that before? Never. So I know I've run over my time, but with that being said, I loved your speech.